Hi everybody, this is Rob Leo, and in this tutorial we're going to take a look at the Chrome Web Store and explain the difference between Chrome apps and Chrome extensions. I'm going to guess most people are familiar with the waffle icon. You see it right here. This is the Google Apps launcher, and I think we're all pretty familiar with Google Apps. These are products that Google owns. Let me just get this out of the way. You can actually manipulate this, just click and drag, and you can kind of customize how your apps are viewed. When you click the Google Apps launcher, which I fondly call the waffle. If you're working on a laptop, you may also notice a colorful waffle icon in the top corner of your browser. That is the Chrome Apps launcher, which is a little bit different from Google Apps in that the products aren't necessarily Google-owned products. They may be third-party products that may take you directly to a website, kind of as a shortcut to get to the website. But once you get there, you can log in with your Google account. I'll show you an example of that in a few moments. I also want to talk about Chrome extensions, which are these little tools or utilities you see in my browser that make me more productive when I work on the web. There's not a rich user interface for these. I'll show you an example of one. This is called Need a Hand. Notice there's no website to go to. It just turns the hand into a color. And then when I move the mouse down on the main screen, it turns my mouse into a giant hand. So when I'm presenting, I can use this as a visual aid to point out exactly what I'm talking about. And then to turn it off, I just click on it and turn it off. I'm using another Chrome extension to record this video called Screencastify. We are on air right now, but it's recording what I do on my screen and it's recording my voice as we go. There's really no website to visit. You just click the utility and start recording. So I'm going to go to the Chrome Web Store to show you how to install these and try to demonstrate what the difference is between them. I just did a Google search for the Chrome Web Store. However, down in the bottom of your screen, I'm on a Chromebook. And again, if I was on a laptop, I would see the colorful waffle, which is the Chrome Apps launcher. On a Chromebook, it's an open circle down on your shelf. And they just changed the interface for this. If you haven't updated your Chromebook yet, you might see something a little bit different. Notice it's giving me a visual that there's more here. And if I click that little triangle, it shows me all of the apps that I've installed. Some are Google, others are third party. Notice the dots that indicates that I have several applications that I've already installed on my account. The nice thing about this, it's not like the old days where you had to have a disk and install software on a machine. This is simply linking your account to a third-party service or putting a utility or an extension on your browser without having to install software. Everything goes to an account rather than to the machine. So if you log into a different computer, log into your account, all of your settings, all of your apps, all of your extensions, all of your bookmarks come with you. Everything is stored in the cloud instead of on a machine. So notice there is a link. When I click the apps launcher, the open circle, there's a link to the Chrome Web Store. And this is where I would go to install and search for apps. I'm a sucker for a list, so I'll type in, best Chrome apps for teachers. And someone out there has made a list of the 50 best of this or the 25 best of that. I'll do the same thing for Chrome extensions, most productive Chrome extensions for teachers. Notice when you get to the web store, you have extensions as part of your menu, you have apps. You also have forwestgenesee.org. These are apps that the district can push out, like Sphere Light. This is the software that goes along with your document cameras. Super easy to use. We can push it out to everybody, and we can kind of keep things in our own West Genesee portion of the Chrome Web Store. I'm going to do a general search, though. We'll start with apps. And I'm just going to do a search for one of my favorites. It's called Powtoon. This helps me make animated presentations. And when I click on it, or search for it, you'll notice that extensions is one of my menu options. But if I scroll down, there's apps. And I've already got it installed. To add to Chrome, you just click the blue button. You add the app. I'll add this one just for the sake of it. It tells me, okay, it's downloaded. In this case, an error has occurred. No big deal. We'll just reload the page. See, I've already got Powtoons on here. But again, to retrieve it, to find where it is, I can just click on the open circle. There's my apps launcher, and look, there's Powtoon. And when I launch it, it's going to open up a web page. Again, it's really a Chrome app is simply a shortcut to a web page. And when I get there, I can either sign up or log in with my Google account. We're just going to wait patiently for this to load. There it is. There is the, see, I'm already logged in. Let me log out so you can see it. So when I either go to sign up or log in, you should see a sign for log in with Google. There it is, log in with Google. And when I click on it, it's just going to ask me which account I want to use. I have a couple of different Google accounts, but since I'm at work, I'm going to use my West Genesee account. And once I click on it, it already knows pretty much my username, my password. All that information is stored in my account, and I'm instantly logged in and I'm ready to go. Again, so Chrome apps, shortcuts to websites, integrates easily with Google. You can log in with your Google account. Stuff can actually, in this case, be stored onto your Google Drive. So the videos you create here can actually be retrieved via Google Drive. It'll make a folder for you. But again, you just log in with Google and you can be active on the web, being productive without having to install software on your machine. Let's go back to the Chrome Web Store. And this time, let's take a look at extensions. There's one I've been wanting to check out. It's called Checkmark. It's brand new. And what this extension does is it pulls up like a menu of comments. So if you want to give feedback in a productive way while you're working in Google Docs, Checkmark supposedly will do that. If you want to just read the description, you can just click on it without clicking the blue button, and you'll see an overview of what it is, kind of gives you a brief description here. In this case, it has a link to its website. If you want to see the reviews, again, this is brand new. There's only 146 users. I just found out about it yesterday. But people who write reviews put them here. I usually do look at the reviews to see if it's worth my time to install it or not. If you need to contact the company for support and so forth, you could. But to put it on your device, you simply click Add to Chrome, or put it on your account, rather. It's going to ask for permission. And once it's installed, an icon will magically appear up in the top of your browser. Again, as long as you're logged into Chrome, these icons should appear on whatever account you happen to be on. Again, they work in a fairly simple way. This one supposedly works in Google Docs, but I'm not going to demonstrate that yet. Again, just to reference it, I'm going to pick Need a Hand. It doesn't work in the Chrome Web Store, but if you're on an actual website, Need a Hand just turns the mouse into a hand. No user interface, no login, no nothing. It's just a tool to make you more productive on the web. Let me go to my list of extensions. If I click the dots, the menu on my browser, and I can move down to More Tools, and in the flyout, I'm going to select Extensions. This will take me to a list of all the extensions I currently have installed on my machine. Let me turn off Need a Hand here. You can turn them on and turn them off as needed. So if I need Adobe Acrobat to read PDFs, I can enable. If I click the trash, it will remove it from my account. As you scroll down, you might notice some of the extensions don't have a trash can, rather they have a building. This means that the district has pushed them out, and the district has control over your access to them. So there may be some cases where the district wants to push out an extension for all teachers, and then everybody has it without even knowing it. Again, you can turn them on and turn them off. When I enable it, it turns full color. And again, if I need to delete it, I can. I typically don't run all of these at once because it does slow my browser down. But if you go all the way to the bottom of your list of extensions, you can click Get More. Notice the icon here. This is the Chrome Web Store icon. So I can simply get more, and that's also going to take me to the Chrome Web Store. So we have a couple different ways of getting there to install these products on your account. You can do it through the open circle or the colorful waffle, depending if you're on a Chromebook or a laptop, respectively. You can do a Google search for the Chrome Web Store, or you can go to the menu in your Chrome browser, and if you're logged in, you can go to More Tools, Extensions, and at the bottom of your list, you can say Get More Extensions, which will also take you to the Chrome Web Store. Just be careful as you're searching. Again, I'm going to do a search for Awesome Screenshot. This is an extension that lets me take screenshots and then annotate on top of them. But you can see in this case, there's an extension of Awesome Screenshot. There's also an app. They do a couple of different things. The extension lets you take screenshots and mark them up. I believe the app is more for storing your stuff and retrieving it. Anyway, I hope you found this useful. Thanks for listening.